Politics is an essential part of the society because it provides framework for governance and decision making. And politics without ethics breeds corruption in the society. When the political leaders gives preference of the personal gains over the public affairs, then being a citizen of this country, you must think that whom to choose before election. Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IS. I am Ritu and today we are going to discuss very important topic which is Lok Sabha Ethics Committee, and we will discuss on that ethics in politics. So this topic is important from GS2 perspective. So moving to the points of discussion part. So first of all we are going to discuss the news, that on the basis of which news we are discussing this Lok Sabha Ethics Committee, and then history of this committee, and then cases related to this committee, and then what are the procedures we have for the ethics committee, and then privilege committee, and then practice question for prelims and mains. So moving to the news part. So recently we have seen a very famous case who is known as a Mahua Moitra case. So what happened that there is an MP Nishikant Dubey who had elect on the Mahua Moitra that she has taken money from the big businessman to especially target on the Adani group and to ask question in the parliament related to the Adani group. So this was the case, and because of this case he has written to the ethics committee, and today is the day that ethics committee is going to probe into this case. So because of this thing we are discussing this ethics committee and why ethics is important in the political arena. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about history. So when this thing has been started, like we have ethics committee since the beginning of the constitution or since the beginning of the parliament, or we have initiated ethics committee in a new framework or in a new arena. So since 1996 we have this ethics committee. So there was a presiding officer conference in the Delhi in 1996, and in that conference the first idea of the ethics committee has been erupted, and since then in 1997 K.R. Narayanan, who was the vice president of India at that time and also the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, had decided to constitute a committee who is known as the ethics committee for the upper houses. So initially it was made for the upper houses, but later it also meant for the lower houses. So this is the brief about the ethics committee and its history. So in the 13th Lok Sabha we have this ethics committee, and earlier it was in the ad hoc form. Since 2015 it is in the permanent body or permanent committee. So this is a brief history of the ethics committee and why this ethics committee has been constituted. So in order to look after the conduct of the MP, whether they are conducting their affairs in a good manner or not, whether their affairs and whether their actions are not in a misappropriate way. So this is a brief about this ethics committee. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about that what are the cases related to it. So there is a famous case related to this ethics committee. So in 2005 we have 10 MPs who have been expelled from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and among them biggest loss was the BJP MP. Among them 6 were the BJP MP. So the BJP had asked the Bansal committee to submit its report to the parliament. So this was a brief around that we have this kind of the case, and so many MPs were expelled according to this ethics committee, and because they had committed few actions which are not appropriate for the parliament. So in order to maintain the dignity of the house or dignity of the parliament, this ethics committee has been constituted, and we have also seen that this ethics committee is also functional in nature. So this is the case we have. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about that what are the procedures we have for this ethics committee, that who can approach to the ethics committee. So any person or any member can complain against the member of the parliament, and for ethics committee only MPs are allowed. So not any member of the parliament, just like who are not the MPs. So you can just complain against the MP, not any member. So here it is very MP specific, and here whatever you are making claims to a person, that should not be based on the media reports, that should be backed by strong evidences. So on the basis of all those strong evidences, the speaker will entertain your complaint, and this thing will be submitted to the speaker. And in the parliament we have this provision that half an hour discussion will be held on the ethics committee. If any cases related to the ethics committee, then there will be the half an hour discussion on to this, and the speaker has a main role into mediating all these kind of the things. So this is a procedure we have for the ethics committee. moving to the privilege committee. So why here privilege committee is so much mentioned? So we have already seen that, you know, in 2005 also BJP has said that, you know, Bansal committee report should be submitted to the privilege committee. So we'll have a brief idea about this privilege committee. So just like ethics committee, we have that you can check over and you can make claim over the MPs. So in privilege committee, anybody can claim over. It means that here not only MPs are in the scanner, all the members of the parliament are under the scanner. So this is a brief about the privilege committee and why this privilege committee has been made. So it has been made to protect the freedom, authority and dignity of the parliament. We already have discussed that in order to maintain the dignity, integrity of the parliament and freedom and free functioning from the corruption of the parliament, these committees are made. So what is the basic difference between ethics committee and privilege committee? That in ethics committees only MPs are under a scanner, but in privilege committee any member are under the scanner. So this is the basic difference we have. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is practice question for prelims. So this question is related to ethics committee and the first statement is it is only available in Lok Sabha, and the second statement is though it MPs and non-MPs can examine. So here you have to give the correct answer. Moving to the mains part. So mains question is ethics and politics are fields completely opposite to each other. Do you agree? So first of all, you have to give brief background of ethics and politics, that what is ethics and what is politics. So you have to briefly describe that what is ethics and what is politics. And then coming to the second part of the question, that whether they are correlational in nature or not. So being an UPSC aspirant, you have to give this thing in a very positive manner. Because Chanakya, Machiavelli has said that, you know, ethics in politics will become a hurdle and it will prevent you to become a good ruler. But many philosophers and many experts have said that, you know, ethics are very much required in the politics. So in my opinion, it should be correlational in nature. Many times we have seen that, you know, political people have committing so many misconducts which are not appropriate for the society. But, you know, it should be not the mirror of the society. The politicians should behave very well and they should not indulge into the corruption, because they are the representative of the people. And if the representative of the people are committing such crimes and doing any kind of misconduct, then it will have a bad impact on the society, and the commoners will also think that if our leaders and representatives are allowed to do such kind of things, then we are also allowed to do such kind of the things. So ethics and politics are correlational in nature. Sometimes we have seen that there are so many propaganda, so many bad deeds in the name of the politics, but that should be not the ideal for the society. So being an aspirant, you should always focus on that, how much ethics are required for the politics. And Mahatma Gandhi, B.R. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, you can give example of all those political leaders who had followed ethics in the politics, and because of their ethical values, we have become this much of democratic country. And being a democratic country, the ethics is very much mandatory here. So this will be your answer, and in that way you can conclude in a very positive note that, you know, how ethics is so much important to the politics, and in today's arena it is going to be missing. But it should be the responsibility of the parliament, and it should be the responsibility of all the political leaders to ensure ethics in the politics. So I hope you like this lecture. If you have any queries related to this lecture, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.